Ally is a community platform that helps creators connect with like-minded people and develop lifetime meaningful relationships. I'm Jason Saltzman, the CEO and founder of Ally. My experience with startups over the past 15 years has given me the unique opportunity to connect with the brightest founders in the world. One thing always remains constant: the unbelievable knowledge we get from each other by sharing our stories. Join us while we learn from founders what it is really like to start a business, the hurdles they have overcome, and the lessons they've learned along the way. This is Resilience.
We're coming to you live from New York City with another episode of Resilience, and I'm really excited to be sitting down with Pauly Rodriguez, CEO and founder of Unbound. Why did you want to start Unbound? Why did you think it was necessary for a story and a company like this to be told?
The company started really because we felt like sexual health and wellness for women, femme, and non-binary people was something that was often not talked about, and even more so not visible or accessible. For me personally, I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 21 years old, and my doctor sat me down when I was diagnosed and said, "You're going to go through radiation treatment, and as a result of that, you'll never be able to have children." I found myself realizing that as a woman, my sexual health and just my sexuality wasn't really considered as a quality of life component. And so I took it into my own hands, and I ended up at a shop on the side of the highway trying to buy lubricant and a vibrator. And it was just this mortifying experience. The shopping experience just always stuck with me because it was not a good one. And I felt embarrassed and intimidated to be in the store. And so fast forward 11 years later now, and we want Unbound to be the destination online that I wish I would have had when I was going through that.
In this process of going through what you personally went through at 21, coming up with the idea for Unbound and building a team and a vision around it, what would you say is one thing that surprised you throughout that process? And what's one thing that you'd say was a tremendous value in terms of learning how to actually run a business?
So I think the narrative that often we're told or hear or read about is that it's this fairy tale of you built the startup and it was an overnight success. And I think the reality for most people, and certainly for us at Unbound, was that it was a very long, hard slog. And we got a lot of rejection. I mean, there were hundreds of people who said it would never work. And I think the thing that I learned is you have to take people's feedback to heart. But unless they're your customers, it's just feedback, and it's up to you whether or not you want to accept that rejection.
What were some tactics that you used to really get in tune with your customer?
I knew how valuable and powerful market reports were, so that you get a sense of what is the market opportunity, is it competitive? I had friends who worked in banking or consulting, and I asked them if they would pull reports for me on the adult industry. And so the first place I started was just really trying to understand the market. And then from there, I literally just got my friends, and I made them all invite one friend of their own, and I just did really informal focus groups. The feedback that I got was that once you got people actually open up about it, they were like, either, "Oh my God, I would never buy that product," or the ones who had were like, "Oh my God, I love my vibrator, but the shopping experience was horrible." And so I realized I was onto something. And then from there, you just have to be brave, I think. And when you get your first customers, talk to them, reach out to them, reward them, send them, product if they'll do a phone interview. And I think I really also pride myself on just customer service.
What's one thing that you feel you've learned about yourself that you didn't know when you began this journey?
I think the thing I've learned most about myself and about most people is that you're capable of so much. And I think we're so afraid of failure that we often don't even give ourselves the opportunity to try, and that you can do it, and you just have to make the jump and make the leap, and then it doesn't always work out. But I think that what a sad notion to not give yourself the opportunity to at least try.
So thank you so much again.
Thank you for having me.
Where can we find you? Website, social?
Yeah, so our website is unboundbabes.com. Our Instagram is fire. It's hilarious. Emily runs our Instagram, and we are meme queens, and it's just at unboundbabes. So yeah, check us out, and thanks for having me. This has been great.
Of course.